The school had been on edge for months, the kind of tension you could feel even before the first bell rang. Whispers of fights, lockers kicked in, phones confiscated after filming humiliations that spread faster than rumors ever had. Teachers pretended things were normal. Students pretended they didn't notice the cracks. Everyone noticed Larry. Larry Holt was the kind of kid people learned to ignore by default. He wasn't loud enough to be annoying, wasn't interesting enough to be memorable, and wasn't confident enough to disappear on his own terms. He drifted through the halls with his head down, shoulders hunched, backpack pulled tight against his body like a shield. Thick glasses, braces that caught the fluorescent lights, hair that looked like it had never once met a comb. He was an easy target, and the school took advantage of that. By junior year, bullying Larry had practically become tradition. Seniors mocked him openly. Freshmen were taught early who it was safe to mess with. Someone once taped a sign to his back during lunch that read, "Do not feed." It stayed there nearly the entire period. Teachers looked away, administrators shrugged. Nobody wanted to make things worse by stepping in. Nobody except Ethan. Ethan Miller wasn't popular, but he wasn't invisible either. He sat comfortably in the middle, enough friends to feel secure, enough social awareness to know when to keep his mouth shut. For a long time, that's exactly what he did when it came to Larry. He watched from a distance, felt the guilt rise, then swallowed it back down. Until the day he didn't. It happened during a history class where Larry sat 2 rows ahead of him. A kid behind Larry flicked the back of his ear with a pen, once, twice, 3 times, each flick followed by quiet laughter. Larry flinched, but didn't turn around. When the kid escalated and whispered something cruel enough to make Larry's hands shake, Ethan finally snapped. "Knock it off," he said, louder than he meant to. The room went silent. The teacher looked up. The bully laughed it off, but something shifted after that. Word spread fast. Ethan had chosen a side. From that point on, Ethan made it a habit to sit near Larry when he could, to shut things down when they started. It cost him. Friends drifted away. A few people started targeting him too, though never with the same intensity. Still, he kept at it. And for the first time in years, Larry wasn't completely alone. One afternoon, Ethan ditched his usual lunch table and sat across from Larry instead. The cafeteria buzzed with noise, plastic trays, shouting, the constant scrape of chairs. Larry froze when Ethan sat, like an animal bracing for a trick. They didn't talk first. Then Ethan asked about homework. Larry answered quietly, surprised. That led to comics, then physics, then movies. For 15 minutes, Larry talked more than anyone could remember him ever talking. He even smiled once, a quick, nervous thing that vanished as soon as it appeared. Ethan almost forgot the question that had been gnawing at him. Almost. "So," Ethan said carefully, "how have people been treating you lately?" Larry's smile died instantly. His fingers tightened around his fork. "I'm sick of them." Ethan nodded. "I get that, but things could change. You've got friends now." Larry looked up slowly. "Are you my friend?" Ethan didn't hesitate. "Yeah, I am." Larry studied his face like he was searching for something hidden behind Ethan's eyes. "Friends share secrets," he said. Ethan felt a flicker of unease. "Sure. You promise you won't tell anyone?" "I promise." Larry glanced around the cafeteria, then reached down and pulled his backpack onto his lap. He unzipped it just enough to angle it towards Ethan. Ethan only needed a second. Metal, black, unmistakable. Larry zipped the bag closed immediately. The noise of the cafeteria rushed back in all at once, but Ethan felt like he was underwater. His chest went cold, his ears rang. "That's for protection," Larry said, too calmly. "They won't laugh anymore." Ethan swallowed. "Larry, what are you talking about?" "They had their chance, all of them." Ethan asked questions carefully, gently, afraid that one wrong word would shatter whatever fragile calm Larry was clinging to. Every answer made his stomach twist tighter. Larry wasn't joking, he wasn't fantasizing. He had a plan. When the lunch bell rang, Ethan stood on shaky legs and told Larry he'd see him later. Larry smiled again, slow and unsettling. "Don't worry," he said. "You'll be safe." Ethan didn't walk to his next class. He didn't even slow down until he reached the front office. Words spilled out of him in a breathless rush. Administrators exchanged looks. Phones were lifted. Doors were locked. Less than a minute later, the alarm sounded. Lockdown. Students screamed. Trays clattered to the floor. Teachers shoved kids into classrooms. Lights went out. Doors slammed shut. Ethan watched the chaos unfold from behind the office glass, his heart pounding so hard it hurt. Police arrived fast, too fast for this to be routine. They searched the school, but Larry was gone. He had left the moment the alarm sounded. Larry was arrested later that afternoon at his house. The school district made sure he never returned. Official statements were vague. Rumors filled the gaps. Some people called Ethan a hero. Others called him a snitch. Graduation came. Life moved on. But Ethan never forgot Larry's smile. Years passed. College, jobs, distance. The story became something Ethan told late at night when the conversation drifted towards regrets and near misses. Until the email arrived. It came from an address Ethan didn't recognize. No subject line, just a single sentence in the body. "Friends keep promises." Attached was a photo, a backpack, and behind it, a familiar pair of thick-framed glasses reflected in a dark window. The email was time-stamped less than an hour earlier, from a school district hundreds of miles away.